Good morning. Today we're doing lesson 1.9, divide with decimals. So if we had 4 divided by 2, we would have 2. 40 divided by 20, we would have 2. 400 divided by 200 is 2. So when you multiply both the dividend and the divisor by the same power of 10, the quotient is always the same. We're explaining this because today, for math, we're going to have decimals out here. If I multiply this by 10 and this by 10, we're going to get the same answer, just like the examples up here that we just mentioned. So when we have 66.5 divided by 3.5, it would look like this, 66.5 divided by 3.5. What we need to do is get a whole number out here like we did yesterday. So in order to do that, if I times this by 10, my decimal is going to move over here. Now I've got 35, which is a whole number. Well, if I multiply that side by 10, I need to multiply this side by 10. Then I have 665. I bring the decimal straight up, and then I can go ahead and work the problem. So 35 cannot go into 6. It can go into 66 one time. I know if it's 2, it's going to be 70. 70 is going to be too high, so it's going to be 1. And some people still like to put an X above it. Can't go into 6, put an X, and then 66 one time. So we have 35, and we subtract it and get 31. 31 is less than 35, so we chose the correct number. We bring down the 5. 35 goes into 315, and I'm going to choose the number 9. I know it's going to be a big number. And 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 3 is 27. Add 4 is 31, so it's perfect. So my answer for this problem is 19. And then of course I could multiply 19 times 35 and get the number below. Let's move over to page 56. Okay, 56, divide 17.25, and when it says this is the part that's always going to go under the bracket, and this part's going to go out front. So 1725, it's going to look like this, 1725, and then this is divided by, so I go divided by, and I say it while I'm drawing my bracket, divided by 5.75. 5.75. So I have 2 decimal spots that I need to jump, so jump, jump, my decimal is now there, jump, jump, my decimal is now there, bring it straight up. And then I would go 575, and I say it can't go into 1. 575 can't go into 7. 575 can't go into 172. And how many times would 575 go into 172? This is where you kind of estimate. So I'm going like 500 would go into 17. 1700, how many times? And I'm going to say 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 7 is 21, 22. Carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17. And it's perfect. It zeroes out. So your answer for this one would be 3. Let's look at the bottom. So it's 37.8 divided by 0.14. So here you're going to scoot it 2 to the right, scoot, scoot, to get rid of the decimal. Now we've just got a whole number, which is 14. We're going to go scoot, scoot, but there was nothing there, so we need to put a 0 to hold the place. Then we're going to put the decimal straight up. So if you have to scoot down here and there's no number there, you'll need to put a 0 to hold the place. Over here, we have a mess. So we had 99.456 divided by 14.8. So we did one scoot here, one scoot there, put the decimal straight up, and then we worked out the problem. The bonus word for this video is going to be scoot. To remind you to scoot the decimal over in this problem, you're going to scoot it over 1, scoot it over 1, so it's like multiplying this side by 10, multiplying that side by 10, bringing it straight up. Down here, remember this is the part that goes under the bracket, 544.6 divided by 1.75, you scooted it 2, 1, 2, you went over 6, but you have to add a 0 because there was only one number there. Now we have to add a 0, there's 2, so you can go scoot, scoot, bring it straight up. When you have a problem like this, you do the parentheses first, but within the parentheses, what you need to remember is that you do multiplication and division first. So do that part first, then 9.2 subtract whatever this is, and then add 36.4. Let's look at the bottom. So she can buy 0.3 pound of meat from a deli for $3.15. How much will 0.7 cost? So $3.15, and she got 0.3. We scoot it here, scoot it there. So it's going to be 10.5 per pound. Oh yeah, it was per pound. So if she bought a whole pound, then it would be $10.50. But she only bought 0.7 of a pound. So it's going to be 10.5 or 10.50 times 0.7. And that's how much it's going to cost her. All right, good luck with math today, and I'll see you tomorrow.